baby. Let's go.
What goes into building next year's roster? From identifying top prospects to fostering relationships that lead to commitment, recruiting is a full-time mission. WinOne brings it all together into one powerful platform. Whether you're on the road or at the office, WinOne is always within reach. Our iMessage automation makes connecting simple and efficient. Send personalized messages from your own number to every recruit on your list. Adding recruits is fast and effortless. Add as you go, upload a list, or even share a custom QR code. Visualize your roster like never before with the WinOne Depth Chart. Plan positions, customize views, and keep your recruiting strategies sharp. And just like that, you've built next year's roster. Centralized, connected, and built for success. That's recruiting with WinOne. You were built for your athletes. WinOne was built for you.
for tonight's starting lineups, first for Clarke University. Starting at guard, a 5'6" junior from Sterling, Illinois, number 3, Haley Walters. At the other guard, 5'3" senior from Columbia, Missouri, number 15, Macy Kunta. At the other guard, 5'6" sophomore from Dubuque, Iowa, number 22, Josie Potts. At forward, 5'11" sophomore from Bakersfield, California, number 23, Sydney Morris. And at the other forward, 5'10" sophomore from Cedar Rapids, Iowa, number 30, Zoe Kennedy. Clarke is coached by Adam Hockey. And now, ladies and gentlemen, introducing your Pioneers. Starting at guard, 5'6" senior from Somerset, New Jersey, number 5, Kiana Skank. At the other guard, 5'7" freshman from Cedar Springs, Michigan, number 21, Grace Carlson. At forward, 5'8" junior from Olathe, Kansas, number 11, Aubrey Rogers. At forward, 6' freshman from Hillsborough, Kansas, number 2, Sadie Worth. And at 6' sophomore from Bear Grove, Missouri, number 24, Cameron Green. Pioneers are coached by John Lewis, assisted by Alexis McAfee, Drew Wheatcroft, Olivia Ballou, and Nadia Sarai. Tonight's referees are Larry Hare, Jeff Joker, and Jason Season.
Well, welcome into the Cook Center. You are on the campus of Mid-American Nazarene University, and we're set for some Heart of America Conference playoff basketball. The quarterfinals, the opening round of the conference tournament, hosted by your number 1 seed, the conference champs, the Pioneers, going 24-0 in Heart of America Conference play. Just an unbelievable season, led by a couple of freshmen, too. So Coach Lewis and his team going to be heard from for years to come. You've got to expect probably Player of the Year, Coach of the Year, and Freshman of the Year on the Pioneer bench. At least that would be my expectations. But new season, playoff basketball, and we're set to go against Clarke University, the pride in town from Dubuque, Iowa. Pioneers going to win the tip, and Aubrey Rogers will get things started first possession.
Last time these two teams matched up, Nate, it was the Pioneers winning by 15 here at the Cook Center. They dominated. Kiana Skank had a great game. She's looking to get it going here tonight as well.
Gets the offense entered into the high post to, that was Cameron Green, the leading scorer for the Pioneers. Turned it over, looking to go high-low that time. And Skank, I believe, second leading scorer. Balanced attack for the Pioneers. Got 4 or 5 different players right around the double-figure mark scoring. So see a bunch of different players in white jerseys that can fill it up.
Yeah, meanwhile, Clarke has one player with the ball now, Zoe Kennedy, their leading scorer and star player, scoring the majority of the points on this team. If the Pioneers want to stop the Pride tonight, they got to stop her.
Force a turnover on their first defensive possession, and there's who's going to be the Freshman of the Year in the league, Zaylee Worth, spinning into the lane. Cut off and finds a freshman to freshman cutting to the rim there as Grace Carlson couldn't get the layup to go down.
It's a good feed right there, just not quite accurate on the shot.
Transition 3-ball knocked down. Scoring is started by Macy Kukta. Early 3-0 lead for the Pride. Skank going right to the rim in transition, looking to respond, gets it to Green. Had it poked away, got it back. Skank left all alone in the corner. 3-2 strong, but there's an offensive rebound from Green. And Cam misses the putback. So 0 for 2 here early on, and Pride looking to extend the early 3-0 lead.
Love that for MNU. The offensive rebound there, that's something that they're very strong at this year, and getting a defensive rebound there, Zaylee Worth. Something that the Pioneers will look to continue throughout the rest of tonight.
It's a nice take inside by Worth. Takes it coast to coast, so just couldn't get the layup to drop. That's 3 or 4 inside in the paint now for the Pioneers. Come up empty.
Yeah, not the greatest start shooting, but you keep taking those shots, Nate. They're going to fall eventually at some point tonight.
Pull-up jumper rattles out for Kukta that time. Kiana Skank pushes early post entry pass. Green drop steps, gets to that strong right hand, and jump hook too strong.
Highly contested shot there. Nice defense from the Pride. Lots of bodies on the interior. Nice steal.
Aubrey Rogers read that one. Picks off the pass. Pioneers want to run. Zaylee Worth leads the break. Looking for Carlson inside. Good transition defense by the Pride. Able to force him, run some half-court offense.
MNU very fast-paced to start these first couple of minutes here, trying to out-tire the Pride early, and I like it.
Elbow jumper that time from Cam Green rattles out. It's a Pioneer team that averages 75, 76 points a game. Just off to a slow start, but that lid's going to fall off the basket here at some point. Don't go 24-0 in conference play on accident. And you look across their stat sheet, it's impressive. Out-rebound teams by 10, have made more free throws than their opponents have attempted, shoot a higher percentage from the floor, from the three-point line. It's just a dominant season for the Lady Pioneers.
Yeah, this entire team, and here's the Pioneers, even as they go to their bench, they still got some really good options. Trinity McDowell, the senior, honored last Saturday on Senior Day, and Mary Lukert, both of these players, very strong options off the bench for MNU.
Seeing some time early here in the quarterfinals. Kiana Skank inside, draws the whistle, and she's going to go to the line for two. It's one way to end the scoring drought. Take it to the rim, get yourself to the free throw line. See a couple go in from there.
That's her first team foul.
Foul's on Josie Potts, her first. That's the first team foul on either team here in the first 3.5 minutes of play. Skank gets the scoring started.
There's the other senior on this squad, Kiana Skank, getting the scoring going for the Pioneers. 76% free throw shooter from the line this season.
And Kiana, I believe, is a Division I transfer from the Chicago area and had a heck of a season in her only year here with the Pioneers, but a fantastic senior campaign.
Absolutely.
Baseline drive too strong, but an offensive rebound for the Pride, and that's not the player you want to see with the ball in your hands if you're a Pioneer fan. Zoe Kennedy averaging 18 points a game off the mark that time. Just a sophomore, Zoe Kennedy. That's good news for Pride fans for the future. Rogers got a clean look that time. Aubrey can knock it down from out there, just rattles out.
And that rim has been denying every Pioneer shot so far. They've put up great shots so far. Uncontested threes, layups, just nothing going for the Pioneers yet. But still plenty of time, no panic yet.
And no field goals yet here in the first 4 minutes. Just the free throw from Kiana Skank, only scoring. Good defense by Aubrey Rogers. That's her second steal here in the first quarter. Just read the passing lane. She came over, tagging out of the corner on pick and roll defense and just picked off another one and draws the foul. The personal is going to go against Reese Ryan. Her first.
Ryan exiting the game here, limping off a little bit. Doesn't look too bad, though. Might take a few minutes to rest before she checks back in.
The box set from Coach Lewis's team. See a little screening action into the post, trying to get it to Cam Green and unable to do so. Ball screen gets Skank going baseline. Good ball movement from the Pioneers, 10 on the shot clock. Back to that high post with Cam Green. Fakes the handoff. Skip pass,
nice
there's
cut.
Mary Lukert cutting to the rim.
Great way to get their first field goal of the night. Excellent court vision from Cameron Green, finding the cutting Mary Lukert. Now great defense on the other end from MNU.
Yeah, it's efficient offense, and the Pioneers run out of the high post, mid post area because they're bigs. Cam Green, Zaylee Worth, McDowell, they can all pass out of the post. Makes teams so tough to guard. We saw it on the first field goal of the night. All the way to the cup. Took some contact, no whistle. That was Josie Potts that got into the lane.
Yeah, she was looking at the ref right there for a whistle. Couldn't get it.
Skank thought about a three, turned it down. She's going to put it on the deck. Gets all the way to the rim and is tripped up there. Foul's going to be on the floor, and that's against 23, I believe, Sydney Morris.
Foul's number 23, Sydney Morris. That's her first.
Her first third team foul on the Pride now, so 2 away from the bonus with just halfway through the first quarter.
Sydney Moore's the tallest player on the court right now. She'll look to use that height to her advantage. Although I didn't see Mackenzie Manthe just check in for the Nears. There's a three.
Good execution from the Pioneers on the out-of-bounds play. Screen the screener action. Mary Lukert open in the corner, knocks it down. She's got both the Pioneer field goals. 3 on the way from Haley Walters in response off the mark. And here comes Grace Carlson in transition.
Nice.
Got it inside to Mackenzie Manthe, who finally recovers a ball that's bounced around a few times. Worth snakes her way into the paint, drops it off for Lukert, and she's got 7 of the Pioneers' 8.
There's that same cut that we saw earlier to get the Pioneers' first field goal. Another one there for Mary Lukert. Feed the hot hand.
She's been a spark off the bench here in the first quarter. There's another turnover. At the time it was Grace Carlson, came away help side, poked it away. Rogers cut off, kicks to Worth. Zaley finds Carlson cutting to the rim, and layup's no good, but the O board from Manthe and the lefty put back too strong.
Another offensive rebound.
Pioneers have been strong on the offensive glass. They have not shot a high percentage here, but have given themselves a lot of opportunities. You got a whistle away from the ball, I believe. And it's about the shot clock, so reset all the way out to 30. It should have only gone to 20. And put 18 on the shot clock, and Pioneers will inbound it on the baseline. Rogers going to throw it into Carlson, left side. It's a ball screen from Manthe. They go to McKenzie in that high post area. Kick back out to Carlson. It's a lot of two-man game on that left side. Manthe, nice pass. Found a cutting Zaley Worth for the bucket and one.
What a cut and what a pass. Mary Lukert to Zaley Worth. Love to see that high basketball IQ from the freshman, seeing the open space on the court and filling it with a cut. Now she's going to get rewarded with a three-point play opportunity.
And we had just talked about the interior passing, post-to-post passing from this Lady Pioneers team, and there's Mackenzie Manthe with the assist right on cue.
And there's another offensive rebound.
Guess who? Mary Lukert, who's done just about everything since she checked in. And Kiana Skank right by her, gets the layup to go, and it is a 12-0 run for the Pioneers.
How about that? We were just talking about the Pioneer offense taking a minute to get going. Well, Nate, I think they've gotten going here. Buckets on quite a few possessions in a row.
A 15-foot jumper rattles out from Audrey Peck. Pioneers looking to extend what's a 9-point lead here early. And it has been the play off the bench that's done all of it. It's been Lukert and Manthe provided the spark so far. Skank, 3-ball from the corner, no good. There's another offensive rebound from Mary Lukert.
It's crazy. She is the shortest player on the court, but she finds a way to get rebounds. A total of 42 offensive rebounds for Mary Lukert on the season. That's third on the team. For the shortest player, that is remarkable.
Just has a nose for the basketball, there's no doubt. Aubrey Rogers will check back in. Mary Lukert earned a well-earned rest. It's an ovation on her way out. McKenzie looking to push this lead out to double figures here. 2:22 to go in the first quarter, and she does extend that lead to 10.
Such a nice option for John Lewis when Cameron Green needs to sit, rest up, to go to Mackenzie Manthe off the bench.
And McKenzie had a great freshman year a year ago, started most of the time as a freshman and has embraced the role coming off the bench on a conference championship team. With Pioneers, as we mentioned, 24-0 outright champs in the regular season, looking to win the conference tournament for the first time since 2016.
Yeah, back when they won nationals. Impressive squad built back then.
Zoe Kennedy showing off the handle out top. She can do a little bit of everything. Plays inside and out. Skill set, stands 5'10", has guard skills as well.
Yeah, still trying to find her way on the scoreboard, though. Pioneers have done a nice job of shutting her down, and really the entire Clarke offense. There's another turnover.
There's a heads-up play by Grace Carlson. You've got to be impressed with the basketball IQ from the freshman, and there's another high basketball IQ play from the freshman, Zaylee Worth, with the assist. She wrapped it behind the back of the defender, and it is a 16-0 run.
Realizing she's getting double teamed means that somebody's open on the court, and that open person was Cameron Green. Nice layup. So we see another foul here.
Foul number 24, Cameron Green.
Cameron Green going to pick up her first. Third team foul on the Pioneers. Pride with 5. So Pioneers in the bonus for the final 146 here in the first quarter. Potts takes a 3 from right in front of the Pioneer bench, doesn't draw iron. And that is a heads-up play on the baseline made by Macy Kukta. And I think Coach Lewis thought maybe she was standing out of bounds when she touched it. Poked it around a Pioneer who was attempting to block her out, and Kukta earns herself a trip to the free throw line.
John Lewis, never afraid to be a little vocal, speak his mind. Never takes it too far, though.
Yeah, that was just an odd play. Got a heads-up play by Kukta to keep it alive, but
yeah, that's something you don't see every day. And Clarke a chance to break this scoring drought at the line, and they finally do with that made free throw.
Macy Kukta now has all 4 of the Pride points. Spread pick and roll out top for Skank. She gets all the way to the cup right here. Up and in. It's a nice job using the ball screen from Cam Green, who draws a lot of attention. And Skank all the way to the rim for 2. She's got 5 here early on.
I think we saw a few nerves from both squads here. You know, conference tournament game, win or go home for the Clarke Pride. And it's showing on the basketball court. A little bit of nervous energy from all their players.
And the Pioneers, of course, want to win that conference tournament for the first time since 16, but they'll be playing in the national tournament either way. Always want to go in playing your best basketball late in the season.
Absolutely.
High-low look for Zaylee Worth. The freshman goes over the left shoulder that time. Couldn't get it to go. Good defense inside by Kennedy, staying vertical, not committing the foul. And they can't afford her to be in foul trouble. Kukta calling for the ball screen. Gets it from Morris.
Well, she's the hot hand right now. Either her or Zoe Kennedy to get going.
Kennedy, that's a deep 3 from the horse logo. Rattles out. Cameron Green pulls down the rebound. Pioneers could go 2 for 1. They're going to slow it down.
Yeah, just 5-second differential between shot clock and game clock. Trying to get one of the last possessions here before the quarter break.
Rogers directing traffic, get into a horn set. Screen from Skank, who gets a flare screen. She's going to drive baseline left side. The reverse goes up and over the backboard. It'll be Pride basketball with 6.1 to go in the first quarter.
Here's MNU in the full court press, trying to slow them down, not let Clarke take it all the way down half court before playing defense. Drain as much time as possible.
Pioneers did not have a foul to give, so that's the one thing you didn't want to do, was pick up that 15th foul and send Clarke to the line where you get a chance to score with the clock stop. Yeah. And it's also the second on Kiana Skank, so we'll see if she starts the second quarter on the bench. So she'll pick up a third before the half, or Coach Lewis will leave her out there. Might trust his senior guard, but that puts Anisha Vonderkamp at the free throw line, and she knocks down the first of 2. Got them both.
There's someone else scoring for the Pride other than Macy Kukta. Hopefully something to build on here as we head to the quarter break.
Yeah, after a bit of a slow start from the Pioneers, a blistering offensive pace in the final 5 minutes. It's an 18-6 lead for the home team after 1. We'll be back bringing the second quarter here at the Cook Center.
You need Jerry.
You said in Jerry law?
Injury law.
In Jerry law.
Injury?
You need Jerry. In Jerry law.
It will be Pride basketball to get things started here in the second quarter. See what head coach Adam Hocking has drawn up for his group. He's very familiar with Coach Lewis and the Pioneers. He was a longtime assistant for this Pride team when they were right on the top of the conference and playing in national tournaments, and had some great basketball games against Coach Lewis's group. So see what Coach Hocking has. A little screen-to-screener action, looking to get his best player going, as Zoe Kennedy had a scoreless first quarter. Credit the Pioneer defense for that. Pioneers just about came up with a turnover to start off the second quarter, but traveling call after the steal, so it'll stay Clarke basketball.
Looks like Grace Carlson had the ball there, but falling to the floor, couldn't quite get rid of it in time. An unfortunate turnover for the Pioneers here after a very fortunate first quarter, up by a dozen.
There's Kennedy all the way to the rim, and that's a tough finish for her first basket. Zoe Kennedy averaging 18 points a game, almost 19 points a game. Shoots it well from three-point line, from 2 positive assists to turnover. So heck of a player. Got to imagine she'll be on the all-conference honorees when the awards are announced, probably later this week. Yeah,
and that's the key for the MNU defense, right? You stop Zoe Kennedy, you stop this team. So there's a nice, tough shot from Cameron Green. She'll earn a trip to the charity stripe.
Cameron Green, just a sophomore, but another one of those players surely will be named on the all-conference list when that comes out, possibly in the Player of the Year discussion. Leading scorer on a 24-0 team.
Absolutely.
We'll see. Had a fantastic sophomore season.
Watching her this past month, she's a player that just doesn't make a lot of mental mistakes. She doesn't throw the ball away. She's always finding the open passer, knows when to shoot, knows when to get the assist. Very high IQ player, makes the most of every opportunity.
Absolutely, shoots almost 50% from the floor, 14 points a game, 6 rebounds a game. Does a little bit of everything for the Pioneers.
Exactly what you want out of your center. Operating on offense and on defense at a very high level.
Good hands inside. Aubrey Rogers won't get credit for the steal, but she got the deflection that caused the steal. Here comes Carlson in transition. Go right inside to Green, kicks it out to wide open Trinity McDowell. She knocks it down. There's the assist from Green, and McDowell with her first triple of the ball game. It's a 23-8 lead here in the first half.
Trinity McDowell, one of the better three-point shooters on this Pioneer team, showing it off there. There's another nice bucket from Zoe Kennedy, trying to get herself hot.
Yeah, back-to-back buckets for Kennedy, but the Pioneers have extended the lead here in the first minute and a half of the second quarter. Lukert and Trinity McDowell have been a spark off the bench in both quarters now. Mid-post catch, skip to Rogers, thought about a three, turns it down, goes back inside to Green.
Pass.
Pass, good catch, but my favorite part about that play is how deep Cameron Green caught the basketball in the paint. Just had to turn over that left shoulder and lay it in because she did her work early. Great post position. You see a little bit more of that full court press from the Pioneers. Coach Lewis's group, they'll show a lot of press after made free throws or on a dead ball. Even if they don't turn you over, as you mentioned to end the first half, they want to make you take 7-8 seconds before you get into your offense. Right. You have to guard for 20 seconds of the shot clock instead of all 30.
Trying to wear out this Clarke offense here. Coach Lewis believes he has the team with more stamina. Going to prove that here tonight.
Rogers looking for Green in transition, threw it just out of reach. The steal from Haley Walters, who's going to take it herself. Back to Kennedy. Double team comes. She finally gives it up. It's a good scouting report by the Pioneers right there. If number 30's got the basketball, we're going to send 2 bodies at her. Carlson comes up with the defensive rebound. Rebounds well from the guard spot. Point guard. Averaging, I'm going to guess, over 5 rebounds a game she's out there. She does. About 4.5 a game. Green inside again, deep post position. Couldn't get the layup to go, and last touched by the Pioneers.
Again, nice job posting up on the block right there. Turned the shoulder. Couldn't get that layup to fall, but again, repetition, more of those shots in the game, they will fall. We saw earlier. Clarke has to find a way to stop her before this game gets out of hand and then ends their season.
Even if you don't come up with a bucket on that possession, the deep post catches just put a lot of pressure on the defense, and we'll start to see them collapse, get more catch and shoot threes, skip passes.
Absolutely.
Zaylee Worth's going to be whistled for the foul. It's going to send Josie Potts to the line for 2.
Yeah, she kind of hooked that one up underneath Zaylee Worth's arm right there to draw the foul. Earns herself a couple of free throw attempts.
Gets the first to go, just the first personal on Worth. No Pioneers in foul trouble outside of, you could argue, 2 on Skank, but getting closer to halftime. Go into the break with 2, you feel good about that. Aubrey Rogers been handling a little bit more point guard duties this year. Played mostly off the ball in prior seasons, but when Carlson's on the bench, Rogers has been directing traffic for the Pioneers.
And leading the team in assists this season. She's done exactly what you ask your point guard to do. Is find other players, make good passes.
A nice block inside by Reese Ryan. I thought Zaylee Worth had a layup. It was erased by Ryan. Zoe Kennedy probing, kept that dribble alive. Trying to go back to Kennedy, and she did save it from going out of bounds. Just about stolen away by Worth. Under 10 on the shot clock. High ball screen comes. Kupta got a switch. She's working on Manthe. Inside to Ryan. And
excellent.
There's a steal.
That's 30 seconds of high-quality defense from MNU, helping each other out, getting the stop. Skank almost going end-to-end there.
No doubt about it. And that's going to be the 3rd on Kiana Skank, I believe. It is. And Kiana's going to take a seat. Grace Carlson will check back into the ballgame.
Yeah, she's such a key player to this team. Have to have her available in the 3rd and 4th quarter. Smart decision here from John Lewis to let her sit. Put Grace Carlson in, defensive mastermind.
Carlson pressuring the ball out top. Horns action comes and working left to right. Trying to go inside for Ryan. Couldn't get it to her. Said it's going to be Kennedy driving in left side this time, and that's a highly contested shot. Good defense by Aubrey Rogers. Forced the miss.
Something about the Pioneers on each and every rebound. They always have multiple girls ready. For wherever that ball bounces off the rims, can be so random at times, they always have 2 or 3 players ready and available, as you saw there.
Worth going to inbound it to Carlson, calling out a set from Coach Lewis on the sidelines here. Going to enter it high post, zoom action for Luker. Off the handoff, she takes the 3 from the top of the key, just off the mark left side. Kennedy pulls down the rebound.
Love that shot for Mary Luker, though. One of the best 3-point shooters on the team. Earlier in the year, had a game where she went 5 for 5 from beyond the arc.
3 from Potts that time, way too strong. Pioneers looking to push in transition.
Nice
Manthe to the rim, she's fouled. Good pass, like you mentioned, from Zaylee Worth. That's a heck of a catch, too, from Manthe. That ball was maybe just overthrown, and on the run, Manthe comes down with it and earns herself a trip to the line.
At the 2 tallest players, just playing keep away with that pass right there. Keep it high up. Earn a couple more free throws.
Good transition offense, which is a staple of Pioneer basketball, men's and women's, but getting your bigs to run to the rim, which Mackenzie Manthe does a great job of. Comes in off the bench, and she's sprinting end to end. Puts a lot of pressure on Clarke transition defense here. Manthe gets the second one to go, so she's got 3. Pioneers take a 26-12 lead here, under 5 minutes to go in the second quarter. In the quarterfinal game of Hart Conference Tournament, Carlson picks up a foul out near midcourt. Just her first.
Yeah, and I don't mind that. Trying to be aggressive, get a takeaway there. I mean, if you get that ball, it's an easy layup going the other way. If not, it's your first foul, and you can get right back into your defense.
Both teams now sitting at 3 team fouls here in the second, so Nobody in the bonus yet. Kennedy turned down the 3 ball, goes right at Manthe. Good defense from Mackenzie Manthe. Staying vertical, not fouling.
Again, you saw a double team there on Zoe Kennedy when she puts up the shot. Pioneers not giving her any space here.
Even both the field goals she did make in the early part of the second quarter were tough shots. As Aubrey Rogers buries the triple from the left wing, and Rogers' first field goal of the game. It's the Pioneers a 17-point lead.
Pretty typical for Aubrey Rogers right there. The leading scorer from beyond the arc for the Pioneers.
Here she comes in transition now. Looking for Lukert, couldn't quite get it to her. Good decision to swing it to Manthe, who takes a 3 from the top of the key. So the center off the bench showing some versatility, able to look comfortable shooting it from downtown. I'm sure she's taken a lot of them this season. Taken 28 of them, so certainly a willing shooter, about 1 a game.
Yeah, and that shot right there, wide open from the top of the key, is a shot you shoot every day in practice. So John Lewis has no problem seeing that shot attempt from Manthe.
Completely emptied out right side. Josie Potts all alone with Zaylee Worth. Got to the rim, trying to draw a foul, no whistle. And here comes Zaylee in transition, coast to coast. Had it stripped away. That's a great play from Zoe Kennedy. Zaylee Worth, really good offensive player in transition, and Kennedy, nice play to come away with the steal.
And at the end of that play, falling out of bounds, able to throw it off of Worth's shoe to keep possession for the Pride. I mean, just the ability to think that quickly, falling out of bounds. Genius play from Zoe Kennedy.
Pride going to turn it right back over. It'll be Pioneer basketball inbounded right in front of their bench. Grace Carlson getting a set play call from the sidelines. Got to imagine they're going to try to get Cameron Green a post touch. Go to her in the high post. It's Zaylee Worth who goes inside, and Zoe Kennedy picks up the foul. So that's the second personal on Kennedy.
It's such an advantage for MNU to be able to have Cameron Green and Zaylee Worth both be able to play the post at such a high level. They can play off of each other. You know, you can have one in at a time. It's just a great option. Here they see it again.
The Pioneers going right back to Worth inside, and comes up empty, but they're putting a lot of pressure on Zoe Kennedy, who just picked up her second, and if she picks up her third, that is a huge blow to the Pride. So we'll see Pioneers continue to go at that matchup.
So you see more offensive rebounds from MNU. There's a nice bucket from Reese Ryan against Cameron Green. That's no easy feat.
Yeah, that's a strong take. She went right through the chest of Cameron Green, who had good defensive position. This is physical play. Pioneers go to Green off the rip screen inside. Cameron puts it on the deck twice, pivots and gets the reverse to go with the left hand. That is a tough finish from Cameron Green, who's got 8 first half points.
Absolutely a tough finish with a non-dominant hand underneath the basket with the defense. Love to see it from Cameron Green.
Doing the old reverse Mikan drill right there. Comes up with a steal on the other end. Pioneers have numbers. Carlson, transition 3-ball off the mark. And rebounded in traffic by Vonderkamp, who was fouled about 90 feet from the bucket.
Refs have not been afraid to blow the whistle so far tonight. Both teams have had a lot of personal fouls early. Sending a message to play good, clean defense.
Both teams in the bonus for the final 151 of this first half. Vonderkamp running the show up top now for the Pride. Gets a screen from Reese. Probing all the way into the paint. Had it stripped away. Just picked the pocket of Vonderkamp. Did Cameron Green for another steal.
How strong does she have to be able to just manhandle the ball out of the other player's hands right there?
All alone, Aubrey Rogers from downtown back rim. But there's Lukert again fighting for the offensive rebound. Eventually, Camden Kay came away with it for the Pride. She was coast to coast and is going to go to the line for 2. Was just tripped up on that Euro step move. I think Rogers felt she stayed straight up, but got the feet tangled up.
Yeah, an unfortunate foul there. Forced to play 1-on-2 defense on the fast break.
Okay, misses the front end. Two-shot shooting foul, and she is just a 47% free throw shooter, so true to form. Splits goes 1 for 2.
MNU, a couple more buckets on these last 2 possessions would really send Clarke to the halftime break in an absolute panic. Let's see what they do on these possessions.
It's a great cut from Trinity McDowell. How did she get that to go down? McDowell's going to go to the line for one more on the and one. It's a nice assist from Cameron Green up top, but that was a tough finish from Trinity McDowell.
And there's another player that can play the post for MNU, Trinity McDowell, able to cut. What a tough finish.
A lot of front court depth for this Pioneer team. McDowell doesn't get the free throw to go, but she's got 5 now here in the first half and extends the Pioneer lead out to 20. Cookta spinning inside and spinning right into the waiting arms of Cameron Green, who ties it up. She won't get credit for a steal for that one, but the jump ball steals a possession back for Mid-America Nazarene.
Yeah, the Pride have been unable to get anything going on in the paint against Cameron Green on defense. Just whenever they walk in there, she's just going to take the ball right out of their hands.
Pioneers going to go quick here for a 2-for-1. They do. Carlson, 3 from the top of the key, left it short. But that's good execution, though. That's exactly what coaching staff wanted, is let's just get one up in the first 5 to 10 seconds because we're going to have the final possession of the half.
Right. And now on the rebound, they force another foul from Clarke. So in the bonus here, McDowell will get a couple of free throws.
Good execution, good end of quarter, into half execution from the Pioneers. It's a well coached basketball team. McDowell, as you mentioned, shoots it well from the three-point line. Has missed a couple of free throws here early on and is about a 75% free throw shooter, so one of the better free throw shooters on the team. Knocks down the second. Got just about a 10-second difference between shot and game clock, so Pioneers should have the final possession of this first half.
Clarke needs something on this possession, something positive to take into the locker room here. What do they draw up?
Got a high ball screen for Cookta. She gets into the paint, goes at Cameron Green, and she's going to go to the line for 2. So got some contact, and Cookta going to head it back to the free throw line. She's been there a couple of times already tonight.
Nearly caught that one to fall. Definitely outsized on that shot. Still put it up. Almost fell in for her. Still gets free throws either way.
I think that Macy Cookta had the first 4 points of the game for the Pride and had not scored since. Gets that first free throw to go.
Pioneer crowd showing a little bit of spirit on the free throw. Doesn't affect Cookta though.
Yeah, Macy able to go 2 for 2. Final possession of the first half. See what the Pioneers go to. I'm sure they'll initiate this final offensive play around the 10-second mark.
They have all of their top 5 scorers on the floor right now. The best offensive team they can assemble.
Little rip screen going to Cameron Green inside, and that's last touched by Green. So Clarke comes up with a stop with just 3.5 seconds to get a shot off here. It's Cookta, going to have to take one from beyond half court. Got it off, but too strong. So that'll do it for our first half. It is all Pioneers here in the opening round of the Hart Conference Tournament. 36-17 lead here at the break. We'll take a 15-minute halftime. Be back for the second half. We'll bring you some stats from the first half. Appreciate you tuning in on MNUsports.com and MNU Sports on YouTube.
High fly ball deep to left field. Gone! Victor Sanchez Ramos wins it for the Pirates.
You have got to be kidding me with this guy. Sends Park to nationals.
Top of the screen, a little bit of a head start. Now throw over the middle, man wide open. And off to the races are the Pioneers. And nobody's going to catch him. 10-5, touchdown Pioneers. Quick strike offense. Able to come up with a huge chunk of yards.
There on the right wing for the Cumberlands. A bicycle kick. What a start for the Statesman! The best goal.
And tonight, in the spirit of giving, Coach Yanna's wife and children are proud to present 2 $500 scholarships in addition to the endowment to 2 deserving individuals. These individuals displayed a Christ-centered attitude, selflessness, and a heart for serving others. They stepped up without being asked, showed kindness and respect to those around them, and worked diligently to accomplish a goal, all with the humility and grace. Their actions reflect the very spirit of Coach Yanna's legacy. A track student athlete, Colin Baker, and football student athlete, Lonnie James. You are both so well deserving. A huge thanks to everyone who has supported the race so far, and a special thanks to our incredible race directors, Crystal Hooker and Ed Everling, for their dedication, and to all the very own administration and management sports recreation class for all their hard work in making this year a success. We hope to see you all on Saturday, November 22nd, 2025, as we continue this tradition and make a lasting impact together in honor of Coach Brad Gannis.
Welcome to the Heart of America Athletic Conference, where innovation meets tradition. Here, growth is not just measured in victories, but in the development of character and sportsmanship. Our student athletes compete at a championship level, pushing their limits every day. The Heart is committed to an uncommon student-athlete experience that features some of the premier athletic programs in the NAIA. Our commitment to excellence goes beyond athletics, establishing a community of support and mentorship. But what truly sets us apart is the heart with which we play. Join us and experience the passion, the drive, and the spirit of champions. That passion and commitment extends off the playing field and into graduation. The Heart of America Athletic Conference, champions in competition, leaders in life.
Well, welcome back into the Cook Center on the campus of Mid-America Nazarene University. As your hosts, the regular season champs, the Pioneers took a 36-17 lead into the halftime break over the 8-seed Clarke Pride. And it was all Pioneers after about the first 2-3 minutes of the first half.
Yeah, just absolute dominance. Cameron Green with 8 points. Mary Lukert with 7 points. Kiana Skank also had an amazing first half before she had to get taken out for foul trouble. But just all around excellent on both sides of the court for MNU.
And Sydney Morris gets a bucket to start off the second half. So Pride, just like they started the game, getting a quick field goal right out of the gates. It was Morris's first bucket of the ball game. Green comes up with another offensive rebound. Pioneers dominated the offensive glass. There's Green from the short corner and knocks down the 15-foot jumper. Cam Green now in double figures with 10.
Nice shot right there. Got the offensive rebound, got the work done, and was rewarded with a 10-foot jumper right there.
Curling into the lane was Haley Walters, and she takes a long two. That was maybe a heels on the three-point line too, and Haley Walters' first basket of the second half, the first basket of the ball game as well.
Okay, here's the Pride shooting a few shots to get started. Still waiting for that stop on defense, though. Here it is. Spoken into existence.
Walters gets the steal and trying to turn defense into offense. Spinning into the paint. Kicks. Open three from Cookta. Left just short. Pioneers fortunate. That could have been a bit of a momentum shift. Turnover. 3-ball. Little 5-0 run. You don't want to give a team playing for their season any hope, any life. We mentioned Pioneers will be in the national tournament one way or the other, and the Clarke Pride are in a win-or-go-home situation.
An absolutely irrevocable fact at this point is that MNU has been out-rebounding Clarke by a lot, something that head coach Adam Hocking will need to fix, as that was a 3-second violation on the Pioneers.
The Pioneers have that size advantage and a lot of depth, as we've mentioned. They'll bring 2 or 3 more players off the bench that play in that front court spot. Screen the screener play, looking to go inside to Morris. They do. Just one-on-one with Green, kicks it out. 3 on the way from Walters, and left it short.
Just a bit outside.
She's having a conversation with the official on the nearest side. I don't know if she was asking for a foul or if she thought that Kiana Skank maybe got a piece of the basketball, but either way, it's going to be Pioneer basketball with a 17-point lead. A little 1-4 high set, high post catch for Zaylee Worth. Little elbow ball screen. Worth gets into the paint, steps through, kicks back for Carlson. She takes a pull-up jumper from the free throw line and knocks it down. A little push shot, actually, kind of a floater from 15 feet.
Yeah, that's a tough shot. You don't really practice a whole lot with your momentum taking you towards the basket, but Grace Carlson's still able to knock it down.
Green fought around Sydney Morris and poked that post-entry pass out of bounds. It's going to stay Clarke basketball on the baseline. Josie Potts will inbound. A box set from the Pride. Get it to Cookta up top. Right back to that inbounder. Potts thought about a 3 in the corner. Instead, put it on the deck. Morris, little 10-foot jumper, and she got it to go. So she's 2 for 2 here in the second half.
There's some shots falling for Clarke. During pregame warm-ups, they were shooting the heck out of the ball, making it from all over. Wasn't really translating in the first half, but here in the start of the second half, a few makes here for Clarke, trying to keep them in this game.
Strong take from Zaylee Worth, and she's going to go to the line for one more. The hoop and the harm for Zaylee Worth, your soon-to-be named Freshman of the Year in the Heart of America.
She's so good at that, drawing contact and finishing through the contact as well. Here's Zaylee Worth now, a chance to make it a 3-point play here from the line. Sinks it. MNU goes up by 20 here in the third quarter. Also, we encourage those of you watching on the Heart of America Network to watch on the YouTube stream at the MNU Sports YouTube channel. Get the opportunity to send us some chats, ask for some shout-outs, and subscribe to all MNU sports content.
And it makes the best SID in the business, Chad.
Absolutely.
Hop on the MNU Sports YouTube page. And Cameron Green's going to be whistled for the personal on that post entry. That's her third. And she'll take a seat. Mackenzie Manthe pops off the bench, who had a nice first half off the bench. Pioneers still with that 20-point lead. Not too worried about 3 fouls on Cam Green, but just 6:30 to go here in the third quarter. A lot of game left.
Yeah, and if you're John Lewis and you have the ability to take Green out and you still get to put in high-quality players like Trinity McDowell and Mackenzie Manthe, why not play it safe? Make sure Green can play in crunch time if necessary.
Yeah, that foul's going to be on Rogers, and that's Aubrey's third. So Zoe Kennedy at the free throw line gets the first to go, and it's 2 starters with 3 now. Make it 3 starters with 3s. I think Kiana Skank also has 3 personals.
Yeah, she does. Carried over from the first half.
Kennedy got them both. So 6 points now for the Pride leading scorer. Again, this is an 18 points a game scorer who was held to 4 in the first half, and that's part of the reason the deficit is what it is.
Yeah, and the other Pride players unable to carry the weight that Zoe Kennedy couldn't in half number 1. Ooh, what a shot from Aubrey Rogers.
Strong take off the right side from Rogers. Gets the layup to go off the glass. She's got 5. Walters drops it off for Sydney Morris all alone, and that one rattles out. She had a hot start here to this third quarter. Couldn't get that one to go down.
Nice hustle rebound by Mary Lukert as well.
Maintaining that 20-point lead. Trinity McDowell, nice play, slipped the ball screen. Gets the easy layup off the feed from Kiana Skank and just took advantage of the Clarke ball screen coverage. Knew they were going to hedge, and McDowell slipped, got an easy bucket. Heads up play.
Yeah, high IQ play from the senior. She's had 4 years of basketball here at the college level. She's learned a thing or two in those 4 years, showing it off there.
Now McDowell puts it on the deck all the way to the rim. Misses the layup too strong off the right side. Here come the Pride in transition. Oh, good transition defense from Aubrey Rogers. She gets her hands on a lot of basketballs, plays the passing lanes very well.
Yes, she does. She always hustles back on defense. We saw her play that transition defense earlier in the game, especially doing it with 3 fouls, too. Good stuff from Aubrey Rogers.
Potts this time probing into the lane. Her bounce pass was off of the foot of Mackenzie Manthe, I believe, so it's going to stay with the Pride.
Trinity McDowell, another one of the leading scorers for MNU tonight. She's got 8 points. Ooh, nice cut.
Yeah, that's a nice take there from Macy. Cooked the little crossover right to left, got all the way to the rim and finishes. She's got 8, leads the Pride in scoring tonight.
Yeah, had the 3-pointer to open up for Clarke, and then they had a drought that lasted for most of the first quarter. Finally able to snap out of it. There's another nice drive from Kiana Skank.
They're just so quick, first step. Just blows by the defender, gets all the way to the rim, and finishes through the contact. Skank at the line for one more.
Hits it from the charity stripe, and the Pioneers now lead by 23 with under 5 minutes to go in quarter number 3.
It's a difficult finish inside from Anisha Vonderkamp. I think that's her second bucket of the ball game, and she's got 4, but it was a highly contested layup. She got to go high off the glass. Pretty backdoor cut from Mary Lukert. Just couldn't get the bunny to go down, but that was beautiful pass from Manthe on the backdoor cut.
Man, does she love that cut. Mary Lukert, we've seen it a few times now in this game. High quality shot, just couldn't get it to fall. But nice defense from the Pioneers on the other end.
And Skank uses the screen from Manthe. This time goes all the way in with the left hand. No good. The offensive rebound keeps possession alive, and Grace Carlson's little floater, that time too strong. Just saw her make that shot from about 10 feet out, and that time right at the rim, too strong. Vonderkamp again to the rim, right side. This time couldn't get it to go. Mackenzie Manthe, good defense inside. And Coach Lewis going to take, I believe, the first time out of the ball game. Had no reason to call one in the first half. He's going to slow his team down, execute something coming out of the timeout. 3:22 to go here in the third quarter. It is a 50-29 lead for the Pioneers in the opening round of the Hart Conference Tournament. Rogers inbounds to Mackenzie Manthe. Right back to Aubrey. She drives baseline. Good ball movement from the Pioneers. Get into their high-low. Manthe inside, and she's fouled on the floor. Pioneers will do it all over again. Baseline underneath. They're going to get Sydney Morris for the personal, her third.
See if they can find the freshman Zaylee Worth here. Hasn't really gotten a lot going yet in this second half. But man, she is such a star player.
Her other freshman running mate, Carlson, with it out top, late shot clock. Gets a screen from Manthe, spinning into the lane. Drew some contact, couldn't get the finish to go, but another offensive rebound for the Pioneers. That has been the story over and over tonight. Extra possessions. Lukert inside to Manthe. Double team comes. It's Worth with the left hand, and she was tripped up, going to go to the line for two. The foul's going to be on Zoe Kennedy. And that's her fourth. So almost 13 minutes left to play. Clarke's leading scorer picks up her fourth. This is a young Clarke team, though, starting just one senior in Macy Cookta. Leading scorer Zoe Kennedy is a sophomore. Starting center Sydney Morris, a sophomore, and then a couple of freshmen getting some playing time, and Reese Ryan.
Yeah, absolutely room to improve for Clarke. The sky's the limit for Adam Hawking and his group of girls. Definitely interested in the way that Zoe Kennedy will develop over the next 2 years. Here, only a sophomore this season.
Yeah, 18 points a game. I gotta think that's near the top of the conference in scoring. I haven't seen stats from everybody, but 18 a game is going to be right around conference leading scorer.
MNU also has a relatively young team, just 2 seniors in Trinity McDowell and Kiana Skank. So hopefully the other younger players won't enter the transfer portal. Hopefully Zaylee Worth doesn't go anywhere. An incredible hook shot right there.
And why would you leave? 24-0 conference champs, bring back 4 starters, and you get to play for one of the best coaches in the country. Seriously.
Absolutely.
Coach Lewis has had a ton of success here with the Pioneers, but coaches a lot of high-level players in the AAU club circuit as well. So you know you're getting top-of-the-line coaching and having a lot of success. Why would you go anywhere else?
Exactly. Chance to have a few more runs at nationals here before these girls end their collegiate careers.
Vonderkamp, nice move on the up and under. She got Mary Lukert off of her feet but couldn't capitalize. Lukert pulls down the rebound. Skips it to Rogers. Get zoom action. That's a little pin down into the dribble handoff. Carlson takes the pull-up jumper. Left is short. And there is the lone senior for Clarke and Macy Cookta. going coast to coast. Lefty layup goes down. That's a nice play.
Impressive sequence. She's so quick. She got down the court in a hurry. Just running right past the Pioneer defenders on that bucket.
And I shouldn't say the lone senior for Clarke. The lone senior in the starting lineup. There are a few others. Get to see their careers come to an end tonight, but aren't seeing the playing time and the impact of Macy Cookta, that's for sure.
Oh, almost made that one go in. Zoe Kennedy with the left hand. It's another hook shot similar to the one that Cookta just took.
That's her first, third team foul.
Fouls on Mary Lukert, just her first. Third team foul on the Pioneers. Clarke with 4 here. 4 team fouls in the third quarter, so Pioneers will shoot free throws on any whistle for the final minute of this third. And Zoe Kennedy's free throws, they do not touch the rim. She's got a pure stroke. Hasn't got it going from downtown from the floor, but you can tell from her free throw that she can really shoot the basketball.
Yeah, 86% on the season, leads the team. Just one of the many categories of statistics that she leads the team in.
Clarke throwing on the full court press after the made free throws. They come up with the turnover. They have a chance to go 2 for 1 here to end the third now if they go quickly.
It's not too late just yet for the Pride. If they can get a few possessions going their way, a few stops on defense, they can find themselves back in this game. We really needed that shot to fall, though.
Yeah, it was a decent look from Camden Kay. Just came up empty, and just about a 5-second difference now shot in game clock. Pioneers should slow this one down. Use as much of that 20 seconds left on the shot clock as possible. Aubrey Rogers doing just that. Go high post catch from Manthe. Carlson off the weave action. Lukert going backdoor again, cut off this time. It's Worth going to have to create. One on the shot clock. She found Mackenzie Manthe, who beat the shot clock and got it to go. What a pass from Zaylee Worth.
Oh, my goodness. As time expires on the shot clock to find Manthe, who puts it up in a hurry. Incredible basketball from John Lewis's squad.
A great way to end the third quarter. Worth to Manthe, and that'll give the Pioneers a 56-33 lead going into the fourth. Appreciate you tuning in on MNUsports.com, MNU Sports on YouTube. This is the quarterfinals of the Hart Conference Tournament. I think we can go ahead and give Zaylee Worth for the no-look dime to beat the buzzer on the shot clock there to end the third quarter. Go ahead and call that one the Olathe Eye Care Good Vision Play of the Game from Zaylee Worth, who's no stranger to that award. I think she's had that several times this year.
Yeah, she has to. Just a star, a mastermind with the basketball in her hands.
23-point lead. Skank all the way to the rim. Had it maybe partially blocked from behind by Kennedy.
Cameron Green also back out there on the floor for the Pioneers. Had to be sat in the third quarter with 3 fouls. John Lewis playing it safe.
Vonderkamp lost the handle for a minute, and she got it right back and then threw it out of bounds. Pioneers come up with the turnover after all. And it's the starting 5 on the floor with the exception of Trinity McDowell replacing Worth.
Yeah, Zaylee Worth had her hands on her knees at the end of the third quarter. Looked a little bit gassed. So getting a little bit of an extra long break here at the quarter.
Assuming the Pioneers hang on to win this one, they will play the winner of Missouri Valley and Mount Mercy. The winner of that game will travel here to the Cook Center on Friday night to face your undefeated Pioneers. I don't want to speak too soon, but I feel like this one might be well in hand with under 9 to go.
Yeah, and I think the story of the game so far has just been the rebounds for MNU on both sides of the ball. They've just been getting more shot opportunities because of those rebounds. And it's part of the reason why they have this game firmly under wraps here with under 9 minutes to go.
I'm going to pull up the live stats because I think you're absolutely right, but I want to see what the shot differential is. This has been the offensive rebounds, as you mentioned, but also Clarke's been bit by the turnover bug a little bit here as well.
Just nerves. I mean, with the young team that you mentioned, you know, only one senior that starts, there's probably a lot of nerves, you know, coming in, playing in the conference on the road and the Cook Center, which can be a pretty unforgiving environment at times. Definitely creates a little bit of tension in these young players.
And you were absolutely right. The Pride have taken 39 field goal attempts, Pioneers 57.
Oof. Yeah, that's the story of the game right there. Cameron Green on the inside. Off the backboard, Mary Lukert, an offensive rebound.
I wanted to give Cameron Green an assist there. You think that was a missed field goal? I want to give her credit for an assist.
You know, knowing her and her basketball IQ, she probably planned that pass off the backboard to Mary Lukert.
Why not? Comes down with the rebound on the other end. Skank out to McDowell. Good ball movement. Post catch for Green. That's definitely an assist. Well, there's no doubt about that one. That one's an assist. Cameron Green to Mary Lukert. There's another backdoor cut from Lukert, who's in double figures, scoring now with 11. Three ball knocked down in response by Haley Walters.
I believe, you should probably fact check me on this, but that is the first Clarke three-pointer since their first bucket of the game from Kuta.
Might be right.
They haven't made a lot of three-pointers here.
You're
nice
correct.
Pass.
They were 1 for 10 from the three-point line prior to that. Made three ball from Walters. So.
Substitution for Clarke, number 31, Beatrice Atienza.
McDowell couldn't quite get that one to go on the inside. Goes out of bounds, so it'll be Clarke basketball here.
And there is another one of the Pride seniors who's, I think, checked in for the first time. That's Beatrice Atienza. Say that 10 times fast. It's Kiana Skank. Easy finish after the layup. After the steal half court, goes all the way in for the easy layup.
Always one of the quickest players on the court, Kiana Skank. Once she gets the ball in transition, there is no stopping her.
Walters just lost it. I think it was last touched by the Pride. Yeah, just right off of her leg. It's another turnover. So Pioneer basketball, Josie Potts checks in. Is going to give Zoe Kennedy a break.
Well, as this game starts to wrap up here, MNU with this game firmly in control. Want to make sure that all of you guys watching at home know that tomorrow night we will be right back here at 7 p.m. as the MNU boys basketball team will start their conference tournament. They host Park University again tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Park versus MNU. Don't want to miss that game. 4 and 5 seeds going at it. Should be highly contested contest.
Yeah, a lot of good games over the years with Park. Coach Klein, very familiar with Pioneer basketball team and always has a tough group coming into the Cook Center. And I believe they split this season, went 1-1, and maybe both teams winning on the road, if I remember right. Park came into the Cook Center and won here early, and Pioneers went up to Parkville and won. So it'll be a heck of a game tomorrow night. The men's team been rolling here in the second semester. I believe
Absolutely.
a 13-2 second semester.
Yeah.
Guys really have figured it out, playing some good basketball.
Adam Hepker completely turned around the program during Christmas break, and they have been playing lights out, beating ranked teams. Incredible game against Peru State. I don't know if you saw that one. The game-winning block. Absolutely electric here in the Cook Center.
Absolutely.
Just one of the great games that the Pioneers have played.
Cameron Green with another steal, and she's going to handle in transition coast to coast. I thought she was fouled, no whistle. Maybe got basketball. Did Atienza. Let's give her credit for a block. Yeah. Shout out from Minnesota, watching the Pioneers, enjoying a heck of a team. The lid has fallen off the basket from three-point line for Haley Walters at least. She's hit 2 of them now here in the fourth. I got to imagine that Joe Buchanan on the men's team will be named the freshman of the year in the league.
Absolutely.
So I wonder when the last time, if ever, a team has had the freshman of the year in both the men's and women's team. I expect that to be the case.
Yeah, Joe Buchanan, I fondly call him the Manchester Maniac.
Absolutely.
There's Cameron Green with another bucket. She's got a dozen points. Joe Buchanan, just an all-around amazing player. Really had an incredible first semester while the rest of the team was struggling. And then the rest of the team has really picked it up in the second semester along with him. Had an incredible 35-point game earlier against William Penn. As a freshman, that's just unheard of.
Yeah, can absolutely fill it up. When he gets hot, hits a bunch in a row. Lukert snaking off the ball screen, kicks back out to Green. Pioneers still with 3 starters on the floor. There's Rogers to the rim, right through, and that was, again, Beatrice Atienza, who's forced a couple of misses inside now. Walters finally misses a 3, and she'd hit a couple in a row.
Yeah, very strong defender right there. Even though she's outsized, still able to hold strong down there in the post.
Green spins and misses the turnaround, but tipped it into the corner. She was trying to save it to Rogers. Goes out of bounds. Last touch by the Pioneer. We'll see Jaslyn King check in for the first time tonight.
Yeah, Jaslyn King, not a ton of playing time this season, but she is definitely a capable forward. Definitely one of the pieces of the future of Lady Pioneers basketball.
Getting some postseason action, as I'm sure a few others on the end of the bench will here at the final couple of minutes of this one.
Absolutely. Get a couple of nerves out, get the opportunity to call home. Say you got to play some postseason basketball. Speaking of home, I'd like to give a quick shout out to my sister Jessica and my mom. Happy birthday, Mom. Love both of you guys watching from back home.
How about that? Happy birthday to Mom.
for his support of MNU athletics and the Champions of Character Award to our student athletes.
We've given out the Olathe Eye Care Good Vision Play of the Game to Zaylee Worth's assist. Who's your pick so far? Still 3:50 to go for the Pickleman's Player of the Game tonight.
Ooh, that's a good question, Nate. There's been a ton of players that have been playing lights out for the Pioneers. They're such a well-rounded team. Just to name a few, Mary Lukert has 11 points. Trinity McDowell's got 8. Cameron Green with a dozen points herself. I mean, Kiana Skank. I mean, you could go up and down this Pioneer roster. They have been playing lights out.
I think we go with Mary Lukert, and I'll tell you why. Like you mentioned, you could give that Pickleman's Player of the Game nod to any number of Pioneers who've had a heck of a game, but Pioneers got off to that slow start, and it was Lukert fresh off the bench who really sparked the Pioneers there in the first quarter, had a big impact right away, and then Pioneers have not looked back since. So let's go with Mary Lukert for the Pickleman's Player of the Game.
I like that. Well deserving.
It's a 64-21 Pioneer lead, under 4 minutes to play. Carlson kicks to McDowell. 3-ball from the wing, too strong, and right on cue, Mary Luker tracking down another offensive rebound.
She is just a ball magnet. After a ball is shot, she always finds the ball, hustles on every available opportunity.
McDowell's turnaround inside, too strong, and did not hit rim. It was off the backboard, so the shot clock will not reset. Just 2 on the shot clock for Jaslyn King, who's inbounding on the baseline. Be a quick one to Manthe. She'll have to shoot right away. She does, and just off the back rim. Good execution, though. Understanding situation there. Just 2 on the shot clock. Got a good look.
And I like giving it to Manthe there. She hit the buzzer beater in the 3rd quarter. Couldn't quite get that one to go, but MNU has now rested all of their starters here.
Good steal from Vonderkamp. Just jumped the passing lane, goes right into Carlson, and she's going to go to the free throw line for 2.
So looking ahead for the Lady Pioneers, assuming that there is no miracle for the Clarke Pride tonight, they will play the winner of Missouri Valley and Mount Mercy, and they are currently facing off. Yeah, it looks. You see here, live score, Missouri Valley is up on Mount Mercy by 5 points with just under 5 minutes to go, so it should be a good finish there. Again, the winner of that game will be facing your Lady Pioneers.
That semifinal game will be played right here on Friday night, is that right?
Yeah, Friday night.
Cook Center. McDowell pulls down the rebound, and we've seen Bodie Cox check in for her first action tonight, and she's got the ball on the wing. Takes a 3. Fresh off the bench. It's always tough to come in and take a perimeter shot on your first field goal attempt. But
love the confidence from the freshman, though, to take that 3-pointer.
Sure.
That shot's no good for Matienza. Bodie Cox, another one of those players like Jaslyn King that is definitely in John Lewis's plans for the future of this team. Look at that nice pass.
A great post entry, just up and over the top to McDowell. Three on the way from Vonderkamp, too strong and up over the glass.
Substitution for Clarke, number 12, Camden K.
It's going to send Barbara McClin into the ballgame for the first time, and India Bird checks in for the Pioneers as well. First action here tonight.
So 2 other seniors for the Pioneers getting a little bit of postseason action. You know, not sure how close the rest of the games are in the conference tournament, and eventually the national tournament will be. So it's awesome to see them get a little bit of playing time here in the final couple minutes of this one. As India thought she kept a plant foot on that one, but the refs think otherwise.
Whistle for the travel on just standing up with that bat. Went down to get the loose ball and then came up off the knees. Maybe thought she had her plant foot down the whole time.
And here's one of the favorites, Bella Perez. She's one of the best teammates, always smiling. A great teammate. Awesome to see her get a little bit of playing time here.
It still throws me off seeing, because Bella's wearing number 7, seeing any number of greater than 5 on a basketball jersey. It's a new, I think it's only been since last year that you could wear a 6, 7, 8, or 9 on a basketball uniform in college. You could always do it in the NBA. But there it is, number 7.
I did not know that. Learn something new every day with this job. There's a foul on Bella Perez, number 7. Speaking of NBA, looking forward to tonight. Luka Doncic, his return to Dallas. or against the Dallas Mavericks. Not sure where the game's being played, but
I think the game is in LA, but he's going to have a little something extra for the Mavericks.
Absolutely.
Yeah. As Jaslyn King draws the foul, a little drive and kick. Just the third team foul on Clarke, so no free throws yet. Pioneers 4 team fouls. Would send Clarke to the line with any whistle to finish this one out. Back to Jaslyn King off the inbound. Her 3-ball short. There's India Bird for the offensive rebound, but it's tied up there, and possession arrow in favor of the Pride.
You know what? We'll call that one a pass from Jaslyn King right there to India Bird. Hauling that one in, but possession arrow facing Clarke's direction.
It's generous of you. But there is no more generous stat keeper than Rocky Lamar, who would restat every game, and I was certainly the beneficiary of that at times. So we'll say you get a generous stat sheet here in the Cook Center. Why not? That should be your final score after the bucket from Vonderkamp. She goes into double-figure scoring with 11.
Standing ovation from the Pioneer crowd. They've loved what they've seen all night.
And why not? So Pioneers will move to 25-0 in conference play and head to the semifinals of the Hart Conference Tournament. 64-48 win for your Lady Pioneers. They'll be back Friday night for the semifinals against the winner of Missouri Valley and Mount Mercy. Until then, thanks for tuning in, and good night, everybody.